the House of Soul Food. My name is Birdie. Today I'll be making a buttery coconut pie. This pie has been handed down from generations from my grandpa. He gave it to my mom, so I had to go through a lot just to get y'all this recipe. So I really hope that y'all enjoy it. So here's some of the ingredients that I'm going to be cooking with today. I have one 9-inch pie crust. It is frozen. You can get it in your bakery aisle. In the frozen aisle, of course. I also have 3 large eggs. You want to make sure that you do not get medium eggs. If you get medium eggs, it will not yield to what you need it to yield. I also have 1 stick of butter. You only need 1/3 cup of the butter, but you just need it. Also, I have a can of the Carnation evaporated milk. This is 12 fluid ounces. So you don't need the full fluid ounces. All you need is a 1/2 cup. Also, I have some sugar. You're only going to need a cup of sugar. I have some, I have the flour. You're going to need 1 full tablespoon of the flour. I have the vanilla. For the vanilla, you're going to need 1 teaspoon of the vanilla. And then also the flaked coconut. For the flaked coconut, you're going to need 1 cup and a half. So 1 cup and a half. You can get really any kind of coconut as long as it's sweetened and it is angel flaked. That's all that matters. I also have some, I believe it's not butter. It is melted right now. You want to make sure that it's fully melted. The reason why I haven't melted is because when you put the pie in the oven for the 400 degrees for 10 minutes, it's going to really help the pie get all flaky and buttery, that buttery crust that really makes the homemade just come out. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So what you want to do is mix your dry ingredients first. So I have my favorite mixing bowl, and all my other cooking shows, you'll see this bowl. This is my lucky mixing bowl. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and measure out. You need 1 cup of the sugar. And I am messy, y'all, so I am one of the messiest cooks. So if you see the table, I know it has flour and everything. You might see some flour on my boobs by the end of the show. Anyway, so you're going to pour that right on in there. You want to get 1 tablespoon of the flour. 1 tablespoon. Just put it right on in there. There's no need for you to like pour the flour. Make sure that it is leveled. You don't want to use too much. When I level it, I always use like a spatula or something to level it out. And you want to just put that right on in there. I have my spoon. So I'm going to just kind of mix it in there just to kind of distribute it evenly. You always want to mix your dry ingredients first. Alright, so now that that's mixed, I have another bowl. This is for my eggs. Remember, as I said, you want to use 3 large eggs. The eggs will be lightly beaten. Let me move that over to the side. As you can see, I have my mixer. This is Old Faithful right here. I'm a certified egg cracker. That one didn't want to really crack like that, as you can tell. Now, when it comes to the mixer, you want to make sure that you have it on low. Do not have it on high. If you have it on high, you might overly beat your eggs. So
that's what she said.
That is what she said. All right, so let me go ahead and just mix these right on up. So again, as I said, lightly beaten. You see that? I took it out because I don't want to make it be too hard, and that is how it should look like. All right. So what you want to do is go ahead and stir in the eggs into the flour and the sugar mixture. So you want to stir that right on in. And you want to make sure that you blend it very well. And this is what it should kind of look like. Now this is just enough to just make 1 pie. So if you do want to make more than 1 pie, of course you would have to double the recipe. Alright, so that is fully beaten. And this is what it should look like. It should kind of look like some type of goo. Something that, you know, kids play with. That's exactly what it should look like.
Snot.
Yeah, it kind of does look like snot. Shouldn't be saying that while I'm cooking, but you know. Anyway. Alright, so then you want to get the coconut. Now for the coconut, you do want to stir in the coconut. Sorry, y'all, I cannot open up nothing to save my life. Alright. Alright, so you want to, got the coconut. You're going to need 2 cups of the coconut. You're going to need 2 cups of the coconut. Got my cup. And you're going to stir this in. Having a hard time opening it up. Maybe I should have opened it up already.
Shank it.
I'm going to shake it. Alright. So you want to measure this out. Again, as I said, you need 2 cups of the coconut. And this recipe is so easy. Anyone can make this as long as you really just follow it. You see, that's 1 cup. Put that in there. And this is sweetened coconut. Alright, so I put my coconut in there. And next you want to add a half a cup of the evaporated milk. So I have the evaporated milk that you see here. I have the evaporated milk that you see here. And my cup. Yeah, I had to stab it, y'all.
She dangerous with blades. I
really am. Alright, so I'm getting on eye level right now because I want to make sure that I'm measuring correctly with the whole half a cup. There we go. As y'all can see, the table is very messy right now. Alright, so we're going to just keep going until it says a half a cup. Again, as I said, you probably won't need to use the whole can of the evaporated milk. Normally in evaporated milk it comes with 1 full cup. And all we need is a half. Alright, so I'm going to just pour that right on in there. You will have enough to make another pie if you want to use it for another pie. Alright, also we need 1/3 cup of the butter. Here's my stick of butter that I was saying earlier. Make sure that it is unsalted. So it is unsalted. On each stick of butter that you ever have, you know butter is made for baking, so they always do kind of mark it for you. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut what I need. This is exactly 1/3 of a cup. I'm going to put that right on in there. Then also you're going to need 1 teaspoon of the vanilla. If I can find it. There it is. Yay. 1 teaspoon of the vanilla. And I gotta open this. Look at that. Dang it. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so I got my vanilla open. Alright, and you just kind of want to make sure that you measure it carefully. The kind that I get has a sprout on it. So that the kind that I have, it has a sprout on it, so you don't have to worry about pouring too much. It pours very nice and easily, and you want to just kind of put that in there, and you kind of just want to mix it all in there, and you want to mix it in there very well. So this is how it looks. I'm mixing it. And that's one of the reasons why they call this a buttery coconut pie. Because it's so much butter in it. And we're not even done with the butter yet. Now you do want to make sure that you do have the oven already preheated. So I am going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees because you do need to put the pie crust in there for at least 10 minutes. I should have kind of did it before I started the video. I kind of forgot. Very first video, y'all. Bear with me. Alright. So if you have a little bit of clumps in it, it'll be okay. Just make sure that it's mostly mixed. Okay, so we got that sort of kind of mixed. And I'm going to sit this off to the side. Now this is a real soul food pie. Not a lot of people know about this pie. It is some country stuff. Alright, so now I'm grabbing my one pie crust. It is frozen. Make sure that it is 9 inches. Alright, so I have my trusty old spatula. And I have my I believe it's not butter. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just grab a little bit of that butter and I'm going to just smooth it all over. Because again, we want this pie to be real buttery. We want it to be real buttery so it just melts in your mouth. Now this pie is good for like holidays. It's even good for like get-togethers. I sometimes make it for like potlucks at work and stuff. So I never heard anything bad about it. I'm pretty sure if it was anything bad, I always love people to tell me good criticism. But I never had anybody tell me that they never liked my food. So I'm doing something so far. Alright, so now that I have that butter, I'm going to go ahead and transfer this into the oven for about at least 10 minutes. And I'm going to let it get a little bit light brown, barely even light, barely even like a brownish color. You want it to just be flaky just for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer this in there. And I have the oven cooking at 400 degrees. So I'm going to close that, let that be in there for that long. Come back and I'm going to stir the rest of my coconut stuff. Just to kill some time. Because you do kind of want it to be cold. Now you see the coconut in there. Some people, if you don't like the large flake coconut, you can grind your coconut in a food processor. If you want it more little, you know, just a little bit less than it is normally. Alright, so I'm going to just keep doing this. Alright. And me, I love a lot of sugar. So I might just add just a little pinch of it. So when I say a pinch, because, you know, a pinch would be like 1/4 of a teaspoon. Barely. This is a pinch. This is a pinch. So I'm going to add just a pinch of sugar extra in it because I feel like it needs some more sugar. Just a little bit. And I'm going to just keep stirring that. Trying to grind up my butter. Alright. Alright, so the pie crust should be done. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the pie crust out the oven. You see how it looks? It kind of has that butter all in it. That's exactly how you want it. Now, if you do not want your pie to have the bubbles at the bottom, you can get the pie weights. Now, the pie weights, I do want to let you know that they can get moldy, so you do need to take care of those pie weights. You line your pie with parchment paper, and you put the pie weights on top. You can get them really at any store. I know Walmart sometimes sells them, just depends on what area you're in. So you can get them at any store really. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pour the pie in here. You want to make sure that you pour it slow. Very slow. 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 And as you can see, this is what my pie looks like. And I'm kind of just scraping the sides because I want all of that in there. Now, You do want to turn the oven down to 375. You don't want to cook it at 400 like you did with the pie crust. So you do want to turn it down. You do want to cook it at you do want to cook it for 40 minutes, not a minute less, or at least until it is lightly browned. So I have it in my hand, and I'm transferring it. I always put my pie on a cookie sheet because it's easier that way. All right. And it's also easier for me to grab it. And you know, of course, if anything bakes over, you don't have to worry about it messing up your stove, and you don't have to cook extra. All right. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down to 375. And all right, so that concludes the video. I'll show a picture of the finished product. So again, as I said, I hope that you enjoy it. If you did like it, please follow my Facebook page. It is House of Soul Food. Also, the same name for my YouTube channel, House of Soul Food. Instagram will be coming soon. So I hope that you enjoy the pie, post recipes. So thank you. Bye.